So now let's create our testimonial section here. So inside our testimonial, there are one thing that I'd like to recreate or implement later. When someone click on this video icon, it will open a pop-up with a testimonial from clients, and I'll be adding them later on when I'm creating Spectra Pro tutorial, because the click or the pop-up functions is available inside the free version, but the trigger, which is for icons and more useful features, which is available inside the Pro version. I'll keep that, but I'm gonna complete this design here. Let's navigate to our editor. In our previous part, we have completed this why choose our shape, this section, and now let's move into the next part. So I'm gonna drag this on the right side and scroll down here. So here you can see here is the title, and this one is subheading. Let's take a container first, and inside the container take another one, and here add a heading, paste the title, activate the subheading, and take it to the above heading. Very easy. Copy and paste here. Go to the styles. Okay, from content, let's change the alignment. Now add some padding at the top and bottom, and we already know that we have to set 20 pixel first and then 90 and 90. I think it was 90. Yes. So we have added the padding, and now it's time to create or take two column. Let's take a two column here. There is one interesting thing here. I'll be also let's create these sections using the grid from Spectra. So let's add a grid here. Okay, so I have to add container. Then inside the container, I can change the layout to the grid. So if you're not familiar with the grid, this is just a new features from Spectra team, and if you haven't watched any video yet, then I'll be creating an individual or a standalone video for the grid here. But as of now, let's follow the simple steps. I'm not gonna go through in depth regarding the grid here. So I just select the grid, and I will select the column. Let's click. So 3 column, it's 2 column here basically, not 3. Delete 1 and keep the row only 1. Now let's add a container here, and inside the container take another container. On the left side image and the right side content. So you can also take here grid, but it's not necessary. And also you can also take here column from core WordPress itself. So instead using container, I'm gonna use column here. Export the image. And you can keep this icon when exporting this image, or you can simply export the image without the icons. But I would like to export this one with the icons here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to select both of them by holding Shift from my keyboard and group them, Command D. I'll share with you this file in case if you wondering how can we do that. Now just export. So it's completely up to you. If your client want to just click on icons, it will open a pop-up. That's fine. You can only export image. But if you want to make it clickable or whole image clickable, you can do it also. and take heading, subheading, and star mark icon. So that should be 24, that means H5. I think H5 was 24 or H6. I'll check it later on. And activate the subheading here. Add a star mark. Hide the title. And increase the size. And also it's 4.5 or 6. And add another title here. I'm sorry, not title, is a heading. Emily Adams. And change the heading tag to H4. Okay. It's 16 pixel regular, and this one is also 18 pixel. So we have added 18 pixel H6, and if you are not sure, then you can always double check. So I'm gonna open editor and verify again, because it's very important to follow the typography. And I forgot what I did here, what is the exact pixel I added here globally. Go to the Styles tab, Typography, and click on Headings. For H5 I have added 20, and H6 I have added 16 pixel. That means there is no 18 pixel, right? And 24 I have added H4. So when I select here, I wanted to use 24, that's fine. And here I have to add 18 pixel. And this one should be 16 pixel subheading. And reduce the bottom spacing. Increase the image size. And let's compare our design. So you can see here there is a spacing between the financial freedom and the stakes, and the name of the clients. So, and also there is a background color, padding. Let's style them. Let's select the container columns here and go to the Styles tab. Here you can see you can add some padding and background color. So first change this background color or greenish color here. Select the whole container, Styles tab, and change it to this background color. And also I just open this list view so that you can understand where I am navigating. Select the container here and change the background to the white. Add some padding here, let's say 20 pixel. I think there is 20 pixel, and there is a little color which is this one. I don't know whether I have added this one globally or not. Yes, it's here globally. That's fine. And let's verify it's 20 pixel or not. Yes, on the left top bottom right has 20 pixel padding. And verify this text also 16 pixel. And let's reduce this star icon size here. And it's too, if you just take a look at here, the text or the feedback, which is only 2 line, but in our design it's not like that, it's 3 line here. That means I have to reduce the column size here. Let's reduce this to 40%. And still reduce more. I think it looks perfect now. 36, 37 looks perfect. And reduce the space between the financial freedom and text here in our design. So I have selected the heading tab, and bottom spacing, let's reduce it. Make it a little bit spacing here. And one thing here, if you just take a look at here in our design, there is a spacing between the name and feedback. So what we can do, we can add margin here, but this is not a standard to put margin here. And instead using margin, I'm gonna use spacing options from the block. To do so, first I would like to make this store and the financial freedom tab to the group, so I can make it inside the group or stack. It's completely up to you. It doesn't matter whether you're using group or stack, but I'm gonna use stack. And when I'm using stack, you can see it's changing to the stack, and inside the stack there is another thing. Now if I select column here, go to the styles tab, and if I add block spacing, let's say if I add block spacing large, and here you can see it only add a space between this stack and the heading. But if I didn't, or if I haven't added any stack here, it will add a space 3 of all of the item here together. So that is why I have added a spacing here. I hope you understand, and I think okay, this one looks perfect now. Okay, great. Now we have completed this part. Now it's really easy, just copy paste, and so simply just copy here, paste. I'm sorry, not here. Okay, and as you can see, the only issue appears when you copy paste any block that is connected with the heading tab or heading block. It only disable the subheading, so you have to activate or enable the subheading again. That is the only barriers or issue, I would say. Now select the container here again, and as you can see, if you remember, we have added grid here, this container. So we have added grid here, and inside the grid there are 2 columns. If I add another item, let's see, it looks like this. And again, if I select the container here, the parent container, go to the layout, you can see the row is still a 1. And again, if I paste here again, now let's understand a little bit about the grid. So when I select the parent container here, you can see there is only 1 row, and by default it will increase when you increase the number of grid or number of items inside your grid. Let's activate the subheading and then explaining again. Well, select the container here. So when I add additional column here, let's say, as you can see, it just added columns and it just changed the layout instantly. If I remove the column here, it looks perfect. And if I increase the row, it will not gonna happen anything here. But it's a good practice when you're using 2 row. Make sure you have selected the 2 row, because if you do not want to get any issue when you're using tablet, mobile device, or any other specific devices, it will gonna work perfectly if you use row, and if you just properly selected your specific layout from here. And the alignments are the similar like the one that we have used inside the flex box. And as of now, I think it's enough to understand the basic of the grid layout. Now select the container here and go to the spacing, change the margin. As you can see, there is a gap between the above sections and this section here. So let's just click over here. You can see it's added 0 automatically, and it looks like this. So let's click on update. Okay, this is our page. scroll down and it looks really nice. Okay, that's pretty fine. Okay, let's take a look at our next part here. Oh, this is just a simple part. This one I'll be also using grid here. And for the last one, this is basically the hover over features. I think we can also use that one as a grid, and okay, it will take less time. Let's start creating them.